So you've got your friends, you've either developed a relationship or you're still trying to, and you want to connect with your mates. So I'm not going to talk about all the various different apps and things, because you can go and research them yourself. But let's just assume that you are using some kind of platform or something, and you're talking to someone like this, face to face, using your screen, whether it's a tablet or a phone or a computer, as a portal, if you will, just, you know, as if this is us having a conversation together. I'm going to make some suggestions of things you could potentially do through your portal. Just some ideas to get you started. How about a dinner party? So you could all make the same meal if you particularly want it to be that way, and all sit down at the table together, get dressed up. Could be fancy dress, or it could be formal, whatever works for you. Maybe you could even have like a seat plan, if you can have some kind of intricate design of how you will then face all the laptops towards each other. I don't know, maybe you're better at that kind of thing than me, but I've not done that yet, but I think it sounds like fun, and I do know other people who've done that, so give it a go. Let me know how it goes. Having a drink, just like as if you've just gone to a bar or a pub with your friends. I've done this. Don't know about you, but as someone who is in her late 30s and has a child, I don't go out that much. So it doesn't feel that different in that way in terms of going out drinking. But if anything, I think I'm probably having contact with my friends more than usual. Okay, I'm not going down the pub with them, but I'm talking to them like I am like this with you now, with a drink, more than I usually would. So there are some sort of positive things that are coming out of all of this. How about doing a quiz? And I know if any of my Welsh cousins are watching, that they do a quiz on Saturday nights, where I think each household takes it in turn to be the quiz master. It sounds really fun. And I've also got a friend who said that they take it in turns to do a round each, so that you can all participate in the whole quiz, but then you devise, you're the quizmaster, a round each, so that you're not just got one group of people that are sat out each week. So there are different ways you could do it, but I think a quiz is quite a good idea, something that if there's someone's got extra time on hand, they can create the quiz, and then it's something, you know, you can have a drink and feel like you're at the pub in your own houses. There are various sort of online board games. I started looking at this because I wanted to play something like Trivial Pursuit online, and I couldn't actually find a way of doing Trivial Pursuit specifically. So if you know how to do it, great, let me know. But there was a way of, and I'll put a link on my blog to exactly how to do it. But there was a way of doing, it was a game that is like, not the actual game, but is like Cards Against Humanity. And you're able to have a like shared virtual board, and then all talk like this while playing the game. So, I mean, I really like games, so that's something I'd love to do. If any of my friends would like to do it with me, let me know. Book club. I've actually know someone who's been doing a book club, because if you are one of the people that has a little bit of extra time on your hand, maybe your commuting time or whatever, and you've got some time to read, and then maybe you could make it into a social thing and have some friends. I don't know how, depends how quickly you will read, but it could be every 2 weeks or something. You could then talk about whichever book. Just an idea. There's some starting points. There are so many different things you could do, but using a portal, you could do various things like this and actually still have quite a good social life. If you're like me, probably a better social life than you would usually. Okay, communicating with your family. So when you're a parent, it's quite a lot about your kids, how they can't see their friends and how they want to see their grandmas and all these kind of things. So although communicating with your family, I wanted to say it's not just about kids and their grandmas, but also it kind of is. So here's Grandma Tina, that's my mum, and that's Grandma Skip, Tom's mum. These photos are old because I just had to grab them quickly when I was trying to put this together. And let's face it, we don't actually have any really recent pictures at the moment anyway. Just notice actually, they're both at the seaside. That's just a coincidence, not the same place. So communicating with the family, there are various things you could do. So we talked about social media app type things. You could have a WhatsApp group, that kind of thing. My family, have a WhatsApp group called Brenda's Bunch, I think it is. So that's my grandma, who's called Brenda, and we have a WhatsApp group. And you don't have to be in live time. You could just have, just sort of chat whenever you want to, pick up, communicate whenever you need to, sort of arrange a catch up. We do house party. I think we've been doing house party most Sundays around 11, and that's sort of links into that. But you can have groups. You could sort out some weekly video chats. Also on Sundays, I think it's through one of the various platforms. We have breakfast with Tom's family at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. So you can do all these kind of things. Take lots of pictures. It doesn't have to be anything to do with having kids. Just take pictures of fun things you're doing. Just document. It could even be the most mundane thing, just so you're kind of sharing parts of your life with someone. So you get to share pictures backward and forward. And that there wasn't, I know it's been around for a while, but there was a TV ad on earlier about those things where you have pictures from your phone and then you can turn it into a postcard. Kind of the ideal time to do that you could just take a picture of whatever and turn it into a postcard on the app or whatever. You could you could do this as an adult, but as a child, get them to create some pictures. I mean, rainbows are the big thing at the moment because it's a sign of hope. We've got a rainbow in our window at the moment, and Tom and Lola did a big chalk rainbow out the front the other day, which has been washed away by rain, so we'll have to do it again. But get some kids to do some kind of art and get them to post it to someone. Maybe it doesn't have to be a grandma or a granddad. It could be a cousin or a friend, or anyone who might like to have a picture. Post it. I appreciate you might not want the kids going out too much, but somebody could put it in the post box. Talking about kids and post, kids love receiving post. Love it, love it, love it. Lola goes absolutely crazy when she sees that there is post. When I say it's got her name on, she loses it. So send a parcel or a card or something. Lola's been quite lucky. My mum sent her like a magazine and some chocolate for Easter and things like that, and she just loves it. So if you can send stuff like that, do it, because it really makes a difference to that child's day. So Caribou is it's an app. It's actually a video chat thing, so like Zoom and Skype and that kind of thing, but it's got you can do books. So let me show you. So you can read books with children, basically. I mean, children could probably do it if they're old enough. It could be two children reading books together or whatever. But the idea is that they can read a book together while chatting. So like my mum's read Lola a book, and they've both got the opportunity to turn the page if they want to. There's also colouring and things on there. So I think it's a fantastic idea. I think the particular app platform needs a bit of work, but I think for the purpose of now, it's great. They only do it on Apple and Google at the moment. My mum tried to download it on Kindle and they didn't have it. But if you do have Apple or Google, and it's free until the end of May, I think, because they're trying to get people to use it during this time. So I'd recommend it. It means that other people can read to the kids, and it sort of gets them to do reading with someone else. Doesn't have to just be reliant on you. So we've talked about how you can talk to friends, you can talk to family members, and I talked about self-disclosure and things, but there are going to be times when you just need professional assistance, and that's okay, because we're all going through a really tough time at the moment, and I don't want you to feel like that there are people worse off than you and you're weak if you need help. It's tough and it's okay to ask for help, and I actually suggest that you do. Firstly, try talking to a family member or a friend or anyone, but if either that doesn't help or you're not comfortable doing it, I really would like you to reach out to a professional. if you have private health insurance and it covers counselling, like my husband's does, Bupa, I know that you can self-refer, and all of their consultations and things are through video and audio at the moment. So if you can do that, do that. If you can go private, I'd really suggest it, because unless it's something really severe, unfortunately, you're not going to get seen by the NHS right now. It's just, they're just inundated. So if you have the funds, try to go private. There is a service here called BetterHelp. So it's an online thing that all of the counsellors are fully qualified and accredited and all that. It's just a matching service. So I've gone through this there's sort of step-by-step thing, and it's really simple. You know, you can click individual counselling, go through the steps, and then it basically sets criteria for what you're looking for, and then the counsellors that might fit that criteria can contact you. I think the rates are around £50, so I'm not saying it's cheap. But there are also, years ago, before I was able to use my husband's health insurance, we did use, I can't remember the name of it now, but Google online therapy. And because I was in receipt of certain benefits at the time, I was able to get it for like £30 a session. You also don't have to have it every week. It could be every other week or something. So have a look at the website. It's something to look into. If you're struggling still, contact me. I'm not a medical trained person, but in terms of well-being, I'll do what I can to help. It's going to sound really negative, the next thing I'm going to say, but we have to be realistic about the times, and we're all stuck in the house at the moment. Maybe the partner that you aren't getting on with so well at the moment, and I'm not talking domestic violence wise, which unfortunately is an issue at the moment, and I will put a link on my website separate from that. But in normal everyday terms of couples, there's a charity called Relate, which is about couples counselling, because it's tough being at home with people all the time, even if you're in a really good relationship. But if you were going through a struggling time just before this, then, you know, it's kind of really compounded it. So Relate is a national charity. That's their website there, relate.org.uk. I've checked on their website that all of their services at the moment you can do via video and over the phone if you wanted to contact them. So I can't stress enough, please talk to somebody. Don't just let it fester, because there are so many people out there who care. Okay.